Good morning and welcome to the Daily Download. I'm your host, Dr. Darrell R. Pulley. This is the day the Lord has made. We are rejoicing and we are glad in it. So we're glad that you joined us this morning for the Daily Download, where the Lord daily loads us with his benefits. And I'm telling you, today is already loaded. It is already jam-packed with the lessons and the blessings of God. And my heart and my mind are open and receptive to receive all the good that God has for me today. And I pray that your heart and your mind are open and receptive to divine, unlimited ideas. Welcome again to the Daily Download. So glad that you've joined us. If this is your first time on the Daily Download, like, follow, and share the Dr. Darrell R. Pulley page so that you can get notifications of when we are on the air. And if you're one of our regular students of truth, kingdom citizens, then we invite you to invite someone else to join you live for the Daily Download with Dr. Darrell R. Pulley. Invite a family member, a friend, a neighbor, a coworker, a classmate, a church member, and says, I'm looking at Dr. Pulley live today for the Daily Download. Come on and watch live along with me. We're just so grateful. We're talking about Jehovah Rohi. I am that I am your shepherd. Come on, just affirm with me. I am that I am shepherd. I am that I am your shepherd. And so we're talking about Jehovah Rohi, Yahweh Rohi. I am that I am your shepherd. And so we're just so grateful today to be able to study these I ams, to be able to study what it's like to live in a consciousness, to know that God is all there is, that there is nothing else but God. In various degrees, in various forms, in various manifestations, it is all God. It is always God. God is the only show in town. God is the only thing playing on every screen of your life. It is all God. It is always God. So therefore, it is always good. So we're pausing today to recognize the goodness of God in ourselves, the goodness of God in everyone else, the goodness of God in everything else. I am that I am your shepherd. And so we're looking at Psalm 23, and we're discovering what's so popular about this song. What makes this song so popular? What makes this song resonate with people universally all across the earth? And so yesterday we learned that this song came out of Joseph. There we go. David. It came out of David's profession. It came out of his perception, and it came out of his personal experiences with God. Because he was a shepherd, he was able to see God as a shepherd, and he needed a shepherd in his life. And so I was talking this morning to Bishop Hector and just affirming that we never outgrow what it is that we are. If you are a spiritual leader, you never outgrow being a spiritual leader. If you are a shepherd, you need a shepherd. You never outgrow having that need. That whatever you are, it is important that you are in relationship with another person in that same capacity. You're a teacher, you never outgrow needing a teacher or being a teacher and having a teacher in your life. You are a leader, you never outgrow needing a leader because you're always learning and growing and developing. So we're grateful this morning to see David give us such a powerful image. And as powerful as it is just an image. It is not all that God is. But because he was a shepherd, he saw God as a shepherd. Because I'm a teacher, I see God as a teacher. And I tell people that God is not a punisher, that God is a teacher. And I see God from the image of teacher because that's who I am. I am a teacher. That I see God in me and I see me in God. All right, that's where the scripture says, if you abide in me and my words abide in you, you can ask what you will and it shall be done for you. All right, let's get into today's teaching. And the subject for today is delete the word want out of your vocab. That's how I've asked you to do it before. I've asked you to delete can't. You should have a whole list of vocabulary words. Come on, give me some of those other vocabulary words that I've asked you to take out of your vocabulary. You know, can't is one of them. Take can't out of your vocabulary. Come on, give me another one. Take I don't care out of your vocabulary because you really do care. Take can't out of your vocabulary. What else? Take stupid out of your vocabulary. You're not stupid. Don't call anybody else stupid. Thank you, Constance, for that. Come on, give me some other words that we've deleted from our vocabulary. All right? Come on, as you're coming up with those words, the word that we are deleting out of our vocab. Take should out of your vocab. Come on, y'all working with me. Take the shoulds. The shouldas and the couldas and the wouldas. You don't need those words. Take those words out of your vocabulary. Delete them. That's right, I said it. Delete impossible. With God, all things are possible. Yes, cut that word out of your vocabulary. I don't know. Come on, I got some students of truth here today. That's right, Toya. Take I don't know out of your vocabulary because the Spirit in you knows all things. All right, I got some students of truth this morning. I got some kingdom citizens this morning. Yes, take lack out of your life. I'll never. Take that out of your. Come on, y'all working with me. That's right, Elder Cherie, Overseer Yolanda. Take broke out of your vocabulary. And so as you develop as a student of truth, as a kingdom citizen, your language is beginning to change, and there are things that you just don't say. And so what David said is, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. That's right. Take out use me, God. I don't want to use anybody. I don't want God to use me. Y'all are on it this morning. Happy Tuesday. All right. So we're deleting the word want out of our vocabulary because of who God is, because of the I am, that I am shepherd. I'm deleting the word want out of my vocabulary because of who God is and because of my relationship with God. The Lord is my shepherd, therefore I shall not want. So David says that he's deleting the word want out of his vocabulary, that when I am in right relationship with God, there are no wants. And so let's really break down this word want. All right. The reason why we want to take the reason why we're going to take the word want out of our vocabulary, pulley point number one, because want keeps you in impatience. You know, when you want something, you want it now. Wants are coming from the lower consciousness. They're coming from the subconscious. So want always keeps you impatient. I want it. I want it now. In fact, I wanted it yesterday. That we're not operating in patience when we're dealing with wants. It keeps us in this mode of, I gotta have it. I gotta have it now. Instead of developing the consciousness for what it is that we desire and allowing our desires to emerge and manifest in the universe. And so I'm telling you today, delete the word want out of your vocabulary because it keeps you in that impatience. It keeps you running around like a chicken with your head chopped off, trying to fulfill your wants. It keeps you in a mode of, always on pins and needles and always, just jittery, and you're impatient. I gotta have it. I gotta have it now. In fact, I wanted it yesterday and it's not happening soon enough. And so you're frustrated and you're pissed off and you're evil and you're mad and you're angry and you're cantankerous because this want has you in a place of impatience. So let go of want. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. David also said in Psalm 34:9, there is no want to them that honor, reverence, love, respect, trust God. So he reinforced it. It wasn't like something he just said one time, but he reinforced it in case you thought that he didn't mean what he said. He said there is no want. Psalm 34:9. There is no want to them that fear God, to them who are in relationship with God as shepherd. There is no want. And he was able to say that because as a shepherd, there was no want for his sheep. That all their needs were fulfilled. All of their desires were manifest. So there was no want for his sheep based upon the type of shepherd that he was. And so pulley point number one is delete want from your vocabulary because it keeps you in a place of impatience. Pulley point number two, delete the word want from your vocabulary is because want is insatiable. That's right, I said it. Want is insatiable. Whenever you want something, which means it's coming from the outside and you're trying to bring it in, as opposed to it being in the inside and you manifesting it outward. Whenever you're in that want consciousness, and it's not just the word, let me say that. It's not just saying the word want, it's the consciousness behind the word want. It's the energy that is exuded from the word want. And so want keeps you in this consciousness of insatiable. The more you get, the more you want, and the more you want, the more you want. You want more of what you want. It's that you are insatiable. You're never satisfied. That you got what you wanted, but you lost what you had. And so therefore, you're always in this mode of not being satisfied, insatiable, that you can never be pleased, that you're never content, you're never satisfied, you're never fulfilled. Wants will never cause you to be fulfilled. They will always cause you to have this sense of being insatiable, that you can't get enough. It keeps you in that mode, as we said, of impatience, of immediate gratification. Pulley point number one. Pulley point number two is it keeps you in this mode of being insatiable, where you're never satisfied. You're never at peace because you got this thing that you wanted. It didn't fulfill you. So now you're on to the next one. Or maybe you got this thing that you wanted and it was good and I got to have more of it. And that's how we get into extremes. And that's how we get into addictions, because these wants keep us wanting. Did I say that? Your wants keep you wanting. I'm going to say it one more time. Your wants keep you wanting. The more you get, the more you want. The more you want more of what you want, or you want something else because it didn't satisfy you. So the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Come on, there's a denial there. There's an affirmation there. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Come on, affirm that with me today. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Want keeps you on this quest where you are never satisfied and you're insatiable, and you're in a relationship with somebody and they can't do enough for you because of the wants. You are insatiable. They can't give you enough. They can't take you enough places. They can't sex you enough. They can't travel with you enough. That there's something in you that's insatiable. That's a want. Let these wants go. Let that want word go. Take it out of your vocabulary. Extinguish it from your consciousness. Wants keep you wanting. All right. Pulley point number three. Another thing that wants do, and the reason why we need to delete want from our vocabulary, is because it keeps you in this lack consciousness. Wants keep you in a lack consciousness where you are incomplete. Pulley point number three is incomplete. Where when you have a want and that want is not manifest, you feel incomplete. You feel like there's a lack. There's something missing in me. There's something broken in me. There's something that's out of place in me. And so wants keep you in this consciousness of lack as if you are not complete. And that's a lie. It's a lie. You are complete. You are perfect, whole, and complete. Everything that you need, you have. If you don't have it now, you don't need it now. And so this lie, the wants keeps you in this erroneous idea and these limiting beliefs of lack, as if you're not going to be anything until this want is fulfilled. You are a child of God. You are a spiritual being. You are made in the image and in the likeness of God. What it is that you're wanting is not going to make you any more of the child of God that you already are. Those things are external. Those things are temporal. You are already perfect, whole, and complete within yourself. Wants give you this idea that you're incomplete until that want is fulfilled. And so we're deleting the word want out of our vocabulary. It's not helping us. It's not serving us well. It's not bringing us love. Wants are not bringing us joy. Wants are not bringing us peace. So we're going to get rid of it. We're going to release the word want and let it go. And all the consciousness that goes with wanting, all the thoughts that go with wanting, all the beliefs that go with wanting, all the feelings that go with the word wanting, we are releasing it and letting it go. People say, well, it's just a word. I've been saying want for all my life. Let me tell you, change your mind, change your life, change your speech, and change the manifestations and the demonstrations in your life. As students of truth, it is important important that we are conscious of what we say. That words have energy. Jesus said, the words that I speak, they are spirit and they are life. And so I'm not just going to say things carelessly out of my mouth, because I know that my words create and my words keep me in a certain state of consciousness. And so God is saying deliverance today. Be free. Be free from this word want. Be free from this want consciousness. Delete the word want out of your vocabulary. You are perfect, whole, and complete just as you are. Anything that you receive in the external world is an enhancement. It's icing on your cake. It is not your cake. You are surviving without it. You are thriving without it. And so therefore you are not dependent on anything in the outside world to make you feel whole, to make you feel complete, to make you feel like you are somebody. You are already somebody. You are God's child, and you are God's son. You are God's daughter. All right, so let's review. Delete the word want out of your vocabulary. Pulley point number one is because wants cause you to be impatient. I want it and I want it now. In fact, I wanted it yesterday. Pulley point number two, delete the word want out of your vocabulary is because it keeps you insatiable, where you are never set. Your wants will never satisfy you. What you're hungry for is God. What you're thirsty for is a relationship with God. Jesus said, if you drink of the water that I give you, you will never thirst again. You will never be in that place of not being satisfied. So wants keep you insatiable. Pulley point number three. What wants do is they keep you feeling incomplete, like you're missing. That's how people make sales. You got to have this in your house. You got to have this in your car. And if you don't have this in your car, if you don't have this in your house, if you don't have this in your wardrobe, that you're missing out on something. Well, I came to tell you the truth. You're not missing out on anything. That those wants are not going to bring you fulfillment. I love you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much for being a part of the Daily Download. You know you got to share this on your page today. If you ain't never shared another Daily Download, today is your day to share this message, because we're deleting the word want out of our vocabulary. Thank you so much for those who continue to give to support the Daily Download. We thank you for your gift. No gift is too small. No gift is too large. If you're looking for a shorter version of the message to tease somebody with a taste of the Daily Download, you can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Twitter. If you're looking for back Daily Downloads, you can go subscribe to our YouTube channel and look at some of the previous Daily Downloads, and also visit our website, www.drpulley.com, in order to get our products, our books, and things that we've written, and to know where we are doing ministry in the earth. I love you so much. God bless you. Until tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m., remember, God is doing something wonderful in me, and God is doing something wonderful in you.